Hello, beautiful folks, wherever you are, starting on 20th February 2025. Here we commence the one-on-one live production coming out from the banana plantation as illusional people think about it. And here we commence, and we really appreciate for everyone has been tuned. Subscribe, like, share, comment as we continue vlogging and giving you the match of what is really popping out. And with an immediate effect, you'll get the stunning points which are happening, gonna be happening, and has happened, and why, what, how, where, and all the WH. This is the beginning. It's underscore Gintu back again. Guys, today it has been a history already because I went to do a shopping to Nyabuhanse to make sure that my top masons who are still doing the work of the construction at the G Castle want to be getting a luncheon because a breakfast was had already passed. And I went to do some 2-3 shopping to exchange and change the diet because I don't always have the same meal as we were treated in once upon a time in a fake regime. But to the instance of today, we want to get such kind of an era out of our own conspiracies. To the real effect of the day, we come out stunning and so grateful to the living God and all the subscribers who keep in touch, and we're gonna be leveling it up to make it happen. And from this, kudos and real respect to you watching and commenting. Full vibe, full stunning points coming to you. The real G on the spot and making it happen. Today, as I went to Nyabuhanse to do some 2-3 shoppings for the luncheon, I found that the luncheon gonna not be only for the top masons, but to all people who are always available and to my home and family. So I went, and when I reached, because today the border of Nyabuhanse were having their own meetings. The last time I told you we had much of talk about the demonstration from the borders of Nyabuhanse complaining about a bad regime of their government, which is the person who is in charge, the chairman of their organizations they have formulated. And today they were having an election, so to get a border to get a ride, so I was taking much of the greens also to the hospital, as usual, as my business. So as I was proceeding to get to the center, so as I can get to, it's called the Vedas, to get much of the greens from there, I met with Lady J, which is Davy Jr. one-on-one. The full conversation, it was much and so fantastic. As for the first time, I can tell you, I had a point, and for the first time ever, to meet with Lady J one-on-one, and he greeted me at first. And he told me, Gintu, you are the real G. And from that, I can just talk about, they have seen the impact. Because the way I came out to solidarize and mediate much of what happened from their chaotic aspirations and the quagmires and the hula baloos and shagala bagala that they were having previous days, some days, 2 days ago, and we had a simple talk, and this was the talk. He greeted me and I greeted him, and he told me, Gintu, let me tell you, Gintu, you know that I don't have any grudge with you. You understand? And I like to see us together as always. You know, you understand, Gintu. And the day I saw you, you started building the house. I was so happy, and I was so happy talking about now this kind of a person is moving. So, bro, let me tell you, you know, people are just alligating and getting that talk about Davy is bad in this and Davy is bad in that. But I'm not bad. I don't understand why people are attacking me. So it was a very big conversation that was coming out, and it was resembling to get the real idea what really happened and how was it. The first thing I told him is, can we shoot a video if you are willing to do it? He told me that you understand about the audience. You know, the audience we have, they are so controlling. And I talked about, okay, that is why you see much of the people are getting, they just feel that they're going to be getting to Gintu. We can have a video with Gintu. I can have a vibe with Gintu. Gintu can just story tell while I'm listening. Gintu can be speaking this and this and this so as I can just be getting it. But they don't have that time because of into how the audience will uptake or they will judge the guy. It will be like he's betraying their own regime. But what I can trust and I can tell people is light is coming very soon. With the real G, the light gonna be coming, and I'm gonna be getting back Nyabuhanse to the same way I got the YouTubers enjoying and making their contents freely. Despite the challenges, despite much of this grace, despite all this kind of the scenarios, one day I said, and I told this to Mr. Sesi Mbogo the day we met, you should, and there should be a biggest equation, and somebody has to suffer for development and also mediation and solidification to find out and to come out in Nyabuhanse. Into that impact, I asked this kind of a question. Why did you attack the boys, and why couldn't you use the normal engagement so as you can go and talk to them in a way and a humble manner? Why did you go inside the boutique to attack them? And he told me, again, to let me tell you this. You know, I was walking and these boys came and they wanted to hit me. Then I went to the boutique. I found Ernesto. I asked him, where is Mogesi? Ernesto told me, go in. Already, they told me, they get me an access to get Mogesi where he is because I went with peace. Somebody get the point here? So even that point, I had it from Ernesto talking about it. That he came and asked me, where is Mogesi? I told him, Mogesi is there. So they had already given him the opportunity and an access to access the boutique. And I asked him, they're talking about you stole. I never lie to people. I never just hook up people. I go straight to the point. If you cannot tell me that point, chase me then. Because if you cannot relate and tell me that this point is this way, this point is that way, tell us then what is really happening. Which kind of a grudge do you have that you want to fight in somebody's asset business, and despite fighting, you had disabled and disorganized the shop. And they're talking about the 4 clothes were stolen. Tell us what happened into that. He told me that, how can I steal clothes, bro? How? And it was about to talk about the Mr. Cecil package that came from the US. It is in their home. So they have so many clothes. So, so how can he go and steal some clothes, yet they have a very big package from Mr. Cecil that is still, they have never even given out all the clothes. So we were a little bit having some of the cherishment there. Then I asked again, do you know that Mogesi has reported you and you are going to be, you're going to custody very, very soon? He told me he had reported even before. So you can see that Lady J was a brave person at first, before we could just be thrown into an imbroglio in this kind of the scandal. Somebody can gauge it. So whenever this kind of a scenario happened, he ran to the custody, ran to the police and reported first. When this kind of the boys went the following day, previous, and now they were talking about the previous day, we were attacked. So it could be like you are never serious about it. And that's why Lady J told me this. I had known that they are going to be going there, but they're the people who were wrong to me. And I asked about, I never wanted to have much of the conversation about it, but he was talking about he has peace, he's coming in peace. And he was talking about he doesn't go hand in hand with the Kenge. And he's doing his own things. For the first time, Lady J, which is the Davy Jr. ever, he showed me his YouTube studio, how he is earning and how he's performing for the first time. I was about, hey bro, are you really making it happen here today for the first time? Even much of the people were passing because due to unconditional circumstances previously a little bit, we had a grudge also. They were looking for me. And I asked him also, why the other day did you come to me like you want to fight? So we knew that that was the same technique you wanted to attack Mogesi with. And he told me, bro, maybe you never understood me. Me, I want to come and I want to have a conversation with you and ask you, what are we fighting for? Because I'm struggling as me. And he was talking about, since he started the YouTube channel, Kenge ever, even himself, thrown him into an imbroglio. So they don't go hand in hand. And to the real effect of the day, I can tell this kind of a scenario how it happened. When the con mom, the congrats mom, talked about their hand had been fractured, she came to stay at the villa. I was there during that time. And Davy Jr. was the one taking food from their home, getting it to their mom at the villa, and Davy Jr. shot a video talking about they don't feed the congrats mom with food from the villa. He's the one who is getting food from their home, cooking, while Maro doesn't have anything to do with the congrats mom because she's not been given food with anyone. During that time, the regime of the manager was Ross DJ, the late. Then I asked him, why did Marwa chase you from the villa that you are making things which are not awesome? He told me, you know, when we try, because he wants to control my channel. Whenever I post a video, he is telling me delete that. When I'm posting a video, he's telling me delete that. And he wants to control me. So I want to make my own things struggle as me and make sure that I'm going further. That was the only point I had, which was so fantastic. Because one day I've ever told people that if you want to find a good life, just stay away from Kenge position. Even if you are in good relation with him, but make sure that you are doing your own things apart from being talking about you have to go and lick his buttocks always and get that this is how the buttocks are getting there, are getting wet and what and what and what. So the real effect of the day is coming out. That himself, he also did the same I did. I talked about we have our own freedom. Freedom is the key to success. Freedom and right for you to do whatever you want to do. It's the main key. And for the first time, I had a good point from him. And he talked about if you rely, himself he was telling me, if you rely with Marwa, you are going to lost. Because he was ever controlling me. Look at my sister. And he was ever telling me about the sister. That look at Dimwango. Look at how she is. She doesn't want anything from Marwa because he is controlling. And when I tell people, this is the brother and the sister, they are talking that way. Because I asked about, have you ever told them about such kind of a thing that happened that way? And he told me that they cannot tell to people outside there. That's why they are always engaged themselves together. And that's why they are making it happen. They are always running themselves together. They don't accommodate themselves with the Kenge. That's the fact. And I came to the scene and I talked about, okay, can you tell us about can you tell me about what's really happening and popping out when you talk about you should get yourself into a position that you don't rely with this kind of a person, and how is he controlling? He told me that there are so many of the things that are always happening that they don't like that are coming out. And the biggest point he told me is that Argentina Longno, she's the one who is controlling, and even she wants to control the whole family, the whole people who are just into that kind of the family, and they don't like it. And he told me about the same day he brought some food to the Congrats mom at the villa, and talked about he was told with the talk about the Argentinian Longnos that I don't want to find you here, or I don't recommend you to be here, and Maro doesn't want to see you here because of some 2-3 reasons that he has talked about. He don't want to see you here. And he talked about themselves. They don't like her also. Because of what? Because of such kind of how they take that family up to. And the real effect of the time I talk about, he also asked me about, do you know that the fish are dead in a Maro compound? I talked about, even I've always talked about it also. And we have much of the things to reveal. And what about such kind of point we're talking about the fish? How many fish are dead? He talked about, you know, even my mother was trying to call you, and so as we can go there and fix some 2-3 issues there. I talked about why now come out to tell me that your mother could just try to call me. And I asked about, do your mother have a number, or Maro himself has a number? Why couldn't he call me? He talked about, you know, my mom is talking about he is seeing things are so bad in the villa. They are so crooked. Things are so disparate. They're just not knowing what's really happening. And I asked her about is that now the time they are seeing as important? And from your thoughts, I asked him, from your thoughts, how do you see this kind of the reaction that they're talking about? Okay, me going there. He talked about you know, I ever knew you ever stayed there, and you ever came to my home to cook there. I talked about, yes, but during that time, you never wanted even anything from me. And I don't know why. But why are you now telling me that we can come together and make it happen? I told me that, you know, people are always calling me a scammer, calling me I'm jealousy, giving me names, and I don't like, and I want to have peace. And when you have peace, you can sit down and do other things that you want to do. I asked about, do you know that the other time that we were at that kind of the position, didn't you need the peace? And he told me, have you ever seen me having much of the talk about the shout outs to other people, walking with much of the people? I don't know. So I talked about, so do you want me to walk with you? He asked about, he was laughing there. And for the first time, me seeing Davy Jr. laughing, but he has some lips which are burnt. I don't know what's the problem. I don't know. He's having a little bit of a problem, or he's going to be liquored a little bit. I don't know if you're going to be using this kind of the things of the aged people in the society. I don't know. And the real effect comes out clearly. That is also talk about it doesn't comprehend and go hand in hand with what Kenge fraternity is doing also, because it's talking like in a manner that He need peace from this kind of the people who are outside here. And why? It's because he has seen it. That right now, there's no one can ever offer them, because in town there, they're constructing, he's constructing his own dream house. There's so many people who are just around there who have empty houses, but they cannot offer them any room for them to make it a store. You can imagine they don't have a store in town. Everything they're quotizing, it has to come in a gauge way. That if it's 20 cement, you should use those 20 cement that you have ordered for. And if it has remained, they have to take it back to their home, which is around a kilometer. So it means that he has to create the friendship with the people who are around right now. And it's too late. And I talk about it's something which is not bad to look for it right now, but it has been a little bit later, because much of the people outside there, they see them as traitors. They see them as goons. Because if we relate to the same, I ask this kind of the question also, that why, if you talk about Nasto was part of the team you are, and you are talking about, oh, Nasto is always part of your program, you had Maro part of the program, you have Mayugno there, and he talked about, you know, me, I'm not like Nasto, I'm not like Mayugno. He told me that I'm not like them, because I'm not there to follow a person who want to control me on what to do, at what perspectives, at what time, and what and what and what. So it was like they have known it, and they're now coming to realize when people have already washtukiza. They're not with them. They're just finding it as a point of talking about we don't, you never needed us, and why now do you need us? And now it's a point to drive home that to the people who think about oh, you know, even Lady J is building, is not hand in hand with the gang. And the people who think about, oh, right now, guys, the people are constructing much of the houses outside here. There are reactors and Lady J in Yabuhanse and much of the people who want to build right now, because there's no gauge of the people who want to build. And the people are just in Kenge fraternity. They are waiting for him. Even he told me, Gintu, do you know that Maro is coming next month? I asked about, now what do you think about? He told me that, Gintu, I want to tell you this, and it's a serious thing. Even me, I want somebody who can link me, and we make the friendship between Marwa, and we make it happen. So I thought people might be thinking about this kind of the people are brothers. They know each other, but they have a grudge already. And everybody is doing his own work. Everybody is looking for the content in his own ways. And to the real effect of the time, I can talk about people now should get this as a learning lesson. That don't think about you are too special for Mara, the way you talk about, oh, our boss is going to be coming, oh, this and this and this. Know that even the brothers and sisters, they don't go hand in hand sometimes. And I asked him this kind of a question. Why did you come to attack Nasto during that time? He was a little bit not going to answer the question, but he told me that that boy, they have never gone in terms of blood together. And he doesn't like him that way. Because of some, I don't know what has happened, but he talked about that's a bigger story. I don't know why. But I had much of the things to talk about there. And also, I asked about the same point you wanted to bring out. Talking about, oh, Gintu, you know what is good with you, and what I like about it, you are doing the reaction, yes, but a fair one. You can gauge this party and the other party. And I told people that if it's the same, because we cannot rely on one side, but the other side is the one that is having a problem also. Get us the real story from A to Z. What has fallen from here, and it's going to this kind of the fallenness. But to the real effect of the day, we have to judge everything accordingly. And that's why I asked him this question. Yes, you went there to ask, and you asked for where is Mogesi and I want to meet with him. But why couldn't you go there and talk about I want take a village elder and go there so as you can solidarize everything? He told me that everything that you are seeing in the platform has been hooked up. And I asked him, why did you now hit the French fry warmer? And also you stole much of the clothes from there. I told you guys that I'm gonna be going to look for Davy Jr. one-on-one to have a conversation. That day I met with brother Davy is the one who I met with a motorbike. And a little bit I talked about I wanted to have a conversation why they went to attack and to the boutique. The first day I was waiting for Mogesi to call me because he told me that wait me there, and I had to shoot a video and waiting for him because I could not just go there and stay and sit and relax and wait for a person without doing something. I shot a video and I found him, and I had a little bit of a conversation here and there on me and the subscribers here to I can get the inquisitive answers, and I had to make sure that everything is so clear. But to the real effect of that time, they never appeared for us to go. And the real effect is one. You know, some of things that somebody want to come out with is that from the time of Paris, this kind of the police, they're ever looking for Gintu. And they have been ever looking for an opportunity to get Gintu. And they have no idea on how they can get me and be attracted to go to the police. So how can a person now attract me, yet I was not available, and tell me that, oh, can we? Sometimes you have to get the senses, because no one doesn't know this kind of the things, how they appear. And that's why you see much of the people are coming from Mogesi's channel to complain that Gintu is selling you. I'm not selling anyone. I'm telling people the fact. If I be the first person to talk about, yes, let's go, and things get befault at there, they'll talk about Gintu was a stupid person, you are being driven with boys. So sometimes I gauge my words and I know how things happen. And this is how it is. And if this is how it's gonna happen, we're gonna be making sure that we are treating everything fairly. And also I asked this question to Lady J, which is Davy Jr. There is a present or a surprise that yesterday you went to open with Vidi Jonah. And Vidi Jonah received the, talk about the surprise from United States of America. And much of the gadgets, one of the gadgets which was a radio and a Gillette was meant for Gintu to give out or use it. And I asked him that, why did you refuse? Whenever they talk about the surprise came, it's Davy Jr., Brother Davy, and Vidi Jonah. They went to take that kind of a surprise, and they landed with it. And whenever they opened, he was told, Vidi Jonah was told, one of the surprise is going to be going to Gintu. And yet, you refuse that, don't give to that party because those people are not good. I asked that question. And they answered me that, you know, we have been triggered. The way people see us, it's not good. I talked about this just bullshit here. It's just nonsense here. How do people engage? How do subscribers engage? Between we are living at the same position, living in the same village here. How are you talking about our subscribers are going to get in? Because it was my surprise. Why did you tell Vidi Jonah that the surprise should not go to Gintu? If you want to give it to Gintu, better you give it to Brother Davy. And if you want to give it to Brother Davy, we're going to know how to fix the error. They never knew that I was chatting with the person who sent it from the US, and he was making sure that even the subscriber told me, Gintu, I know the grudge is there. I know there's talk about their segments that Gintu cannot go hand in hand with the Vidi Jonah. And Vidi Jonah is in Maro position, is in Lady J position. So how are we going to fix this? I told her, if there's another person he told me that there's a person who is living in Burundi as traveler there, and is doing work in Burundi and traveler. And he told me that they're going to be sending the boy so as he can go and pick for myself, because there were other surprises for him. So as he can just deliver them to my position. But Video Jonah told me, no, bro. He called me and told me, bro, this surprise was meant for you. There's no one to control me. And I told this to this kind of the boy, which is Davy Jr. Make sure that I'm coming with the things and they're meant for Gintu. What about tomorrow? You will talk about, yes, let's get it to Dagi. And why did you talk about it? He was lost. And the real effect of the day, I saw that this kind of a grudge that they're having, it's just the jealousy. That why is this person getting this kind of a substance while us we are not getting it? So to that point, he was wrong. And to that point, I just put a wrong there. And also, I was capable of asking him a question again. That when you started attacking people, why do you always attack people and you bring your father to attack people? And that's why people are not willing to, and whenever they find you in a mistake, you have to be rubbed with feces so as you can be tarnished and be bad. And I asked him, if it was you who Mogesi came to your boutique, if that boutique was yours, and Mogesi come there and talk about where is Lady J or where is Davy Jr., and somebody talk about a brother, talk about he's there, what could you have happened there? It could be a fight. You could have already called the police. And why don't you go and apologize that I never intended to do that? He told me that I went there with peace. And I could not do such kind of anything to talk about it. So I talked about, bro, some of the things or the issues that we're going to be having as individually, we should handle them. And how are we going to handle them? It's in a manner that when will Mogesi have a video with Lady J? Yes, it will bring an impact to the subscriber talking about why, or Gintu having a video with Lady J. It will be, oh, Gintu, why? Why did you go to those kind of the people? They will harm you. But it is those kind of the illusions we are having, that this kind of the people will harm Gintu or will harm this kind of the people. But to the real effect, because when I went even also to get the round post for Davy Jr. to get them to this kind of the house is building there, I found that I was alone in the car, but they couldn't do nothing. And I was about, why couldn't they talk about now you are here in the forest, now you could just attack you and even hit you and call the police? And I asked him this question, why did you always attack people? And that's why people fear you. They talk about, you know, we don't have any grudges with people, that the people who are coming to us, maybe abusing us, maybe calling us names, maybe tarnishing. I talked about that zero. What did you do to Alex? Because we always remember, what did you do to Alex? He talked about Mickey Mouse, Mickey Cat, Mickey Dogs, because it was pointless. I talked about that is an X. Into that one, it's an X. So we have to move forward. How are we going to move forward? That's why now I knew even Davy Jr. is looking for sympathy and also is looking for how can somebody link him with Marwa so they can have a talk. There is no mediator in their home. They have grudges as a family also. That's the point I have come out with. That when you see this kind of the people behaving innormally, behaving irreasonably, they're having problems also on themselves. And if they cannot handle themselves, that's when now I can conclude that there is a problem between this family and the relation. I cannot go and people are just talking about, oh, Gintu, are you going to be going back to the villa so as you can take care of? There's nothing is there for Gintu, and I can never go to such kind of a place because there's nothing to offer me there. Why am I saying so? When Lady J told me that, do you know that the fish are dead? That point is still ringing unto me. And he asked me that kind of a question very easily. Gintu, do you know that no fish, the fish are dead? I talked about yes. That's the best moment then. Because that was the intention that Maro wanted to find out. That he thought about is now knowing more about fish, talking about Gintu has to release water and letting eggs out. I don't know if it's him who was laying eggs that I was letting them, and I don't know how waterful they were to him. So I talked about, my friend, there's no one who has an idea like Gintu. And I asked him this question. Have you ever seen in Migori County here any ornamental fish? Tell me, you have been to hotels with ladies, with much of the people, and such kind of, even you yourself. He talked about, Gintu, I'm telling you, I've never seen them. I talked about why did I rear them? Did you ever hear that the fish are dead in Ayamaro when I was there? It's only for the first time when we introduced them, climatization was a little bit not getting to their own bodies and just develop and synthesize their bodies with the climatization of the area, and they got dead the same day or the following day because of climatization. And talk about stress, talk about mortality rate. I talked about sometimes gauge it. Know that I'm the real G now. And guys, for the first time he told me, I'm going to be having a collab with you very, very soon. And we're going to be waiting for it. I don't know how it will be. Because I have much of the challenges. And for the real fact why he has spoke to Gintu today, it's because of what? Because Gintu is now building. And he is building to... If you want to gain a respect, I told Mayan one day, if you want to gain a respect from the village, from all the people, start building. Even if it's small, just people to see that you have something. And even he told me, congratulations, Gintu. The house is big and so fantastic. I want to come to your place one day. And he talked about, okay, it doesn't have any problem. They're going to be getting it. And I told you that one day, it's gonna smell rat somewhere. Hello, beautiful folks, wherever you are, welcome back. It's Gintu back again to the root of the G Castle here. And we have much of the things that are ongoing at the G Castle, because we just finished making sure that we are concreting on top of the veranda. So we are just waiting for a few of the things to handle here. A little bit of the staircase that is on the move. And from today, everything is so fantastic as we continue with the work of today. Here we are. The stairs are now being formulated here, and on top I can just check on the other boy to the far end there is making sure that is concreting, and to make sure that the concrete is going to be going to the top side of the veranda one-on-one. I have here one of the top notch. Hello, mister.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Everything is fantastic?
Everything is fantastic.
Or fantabulous at the same time?
Yeah.
Exactly. So today is the stairs here?
Yeah.
So everything is good?
Everything is good.
Everything is good.
Yeah.
So nothing is bringing shenanigans.
No.
Exactly. So here we go, guys. I can just check there. They are concreting, and it's gonna be very fantabulous and cantankerous stairs here, coming out very smartly. And let me check on the boys here. Hey, don't pour me water. How are you, man? Everything is fantastic.
Yeah.
Today you are a concreter.
Yeah.
Or you are the concrete.
The concrete.
You're concreter.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be so fantastic. The cement are enough?
Yeah, the cement are enough.
They're gonna be enough.
Yeah.
So the work is to go forward.
Yeah.
Exactly. How do you feel the work, man?
The work is good.
The work is good,
Yeah.
and you feel the vibe.
Yeah.
So are you relaxed? Are you good in terms of stomach position?
Yeah, my stomach is...
The stomach is stomachy.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
full.
now it's roaming.
Yeah.
Exactly. I see the guy is coming out from, hey, how are you? Everything is good? Yeah. You are a withdrawer or a collector?
I'm withdrawing.
Oh, you're a withdrawer. Fantastic. So guys, they're using some buckets here, and they're filling with the concrete so as they can make sure that the veranda is being concreted with an immediate effect, and things are coming out clearly. So I think, how many spoons? It's how many spades per each? 2 or 3? Today you have relaxed, man, and now I can recognize it exactly. So guys, I'm gonna be going to the top side of the area, and you can check on this kind of we can call it it's a concrete gutter here. It's so fantastic and so meticulous. You think it's a railway that is running here, but the real effect of the day, everything is so fantastic. Let me check to the top side here and make sure that I'm just coming on top. Kwani mnaendea wapi? Ni hapa hapa. Oh, it is there. Here it is very delicate. Exactly. Guys, we are on point. And to pinpoint and check on how the things are going, let me pass through on top here a little bit and make sure that I'm getting to them there. So guys, this is a concrete gutter also that's going to be linking to this one here, and it's going to be having its water getting out from here. So we have another concrete gutter which is here, and it's going to be pouring water. We have this kind of a side, it's slanted a little bit. It's going to be pouring water to this kind of the veranda, and it will be just accessing on this is a water withdrawing point. And also we have other gadgets here, like this kind of stuff here. It's going to be having a steel rod placed inside it to make sure that it's going to be having a pavement, or you can call it the metal rods that will be constructed alongside here that will prevent, or in terms of security purposes here. So the area, it's now concreted. It was so fantastic and fantabulous here as we are just walking, and the boys are just doing much of the things here. So you can just check from this side here. It's so awesome. And we have the pipings here for electricity. Don't break it, eh? Oh, it is already broken, but it has it will do some work there. Exactly. So I can just check from here, guys. They are making it happen. As they left the day they concreted here, they left a little bit of a pave here, so as it will just be doing something which is so great. As I can just check now from down there, they are making the stairs. This is how they are just making the stairs, and everything is so awesome here. So they are flattening. And do you have a vibrator today, or you are using the manual operation?
The manual operation.
The manual operation. Oh, I see the stick down there.
Yeah.
So it's the one that you are pressing inside.
Yeah.
So for how long will it dry here? A little bit?
Period of like 3 weeks.
3 weeks, which is 21 days.
Yeah.
And everything gonna be so fine. Exactly, guys. You see this kind of the stuff that is placed here. It's to make sure that a metal rod gonna be coming from here to here, and from here we have another one there, another one down there, that's gonna be turning and coming to the down level, and the other side also will be having the same metal rods for security purposes here. So as I can just check on what is really happening here, which is the thickness, man? The thickness is
The thickness of the slab, or
yeah, of the slab.
yeah, the slab itself, this one holds like 150.
150,
Yeah.
which is mm.
Yeah.
And the stairs will take
The stairs, each step this way, it is 300 mm.
So you're gonna fill from there, or it's already filled to the brim?
We have started with stairs, so you can see down there it is not completed.
Oh, down there it's not. No, I mean that the one I can just see from the downstairs there, it's already settled. It's already good now to go. Oh, that's what I was asking about. So now you are leveling it to make sure that it has a similar level, which is like 6 inches.
Yeah, no.
The stairs only.
Yeah.
They're gonna be 6 inches, eh?
Yeah.
From one stair to another.
Yeah.
Or 8.
8. No, me I know.
From no, it's working.
Yeah,
From one
know.
stair to another.
From one stair to another is 300 mm.
300 mm,
Yeah.
which is approximate in terms of inches.
Inches. I think 8.
12? 10 inches. 12 inches.
12.
Yeah, which is 12 inches. Yeah. So because the stair should be having a step, you know, understand, guys, from one stair to another. So it has a little bit of a bigger step. Yeah, I can understand it. So you're about to finish here, man. Today you're gonna be going very early home, man.
No.
Yeah.
Not as you think.
Not as am I thinking. Why? Because I see it's only here. which is the boys are so
Remember down
fantastic.
there is a space.
Oh, even there's a space there, it's a little bit easier. It's just coming from down and pouring with an immediate effect. But you are feeling good, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Everything is so fantabulous.
Very fantastic.
Exactly. Keep working, man. And things are going to be continuing very fantastic here. As I check on, guys, I do resemble, and I do always resemble about the day we were making this kind of the concrete here. It was a hard time. You can see from the leveling there, the wall there, you can check now it's becoming like this kind of a spot. It's so fantabulous and fantastic from the engagement on how it's now looking like. And I really talk about they're professional guys and they are making it happen, because to get a person who can do this kind of the work, concrete the side, make sure that everything is coming out. And also I brought here one of the guys and told me that, oh, if you want to see a person is a top notch, make sure that you are checking on the talk about the pillars, talk about the beams. They're the ones that will reflect you. So you can just check onto the concrete gutter. It looks like a railway. So it's very smooth and very characteristically good, which is very, very awesome here, as the boys are making sure that even the mixture is so awesome. So hey, whenever you finish, I had a little bit of a question here. Whenever you finish, you're gonna have a wall here all around, so as you can just match with this one here.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're gonna start soon, or it's gonna relax a little bit?
No, it's gonna start soon.
As soon as possible.
You know, we need some bricks.
Oh, you need some bricks. And Migash.
You have to break for sometimes because
Oh, you're gonna be breaking?
yeah, because you don't have to interfere with the slab.
Oh.
Yeah, it have to be given sometimes to dry.
Oh, it has to be given some time.
Yeah.
So for how long a break will it be?
Like 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks.
Or 2 to 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So already we are finishing the first week.
2 weeks.
Because we concreted on Sunday. Yeah, if we concreted on Sunday, so it's gonna be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. That's very fine. And guys, it's much of the respect that we have made it happen, and we are always going on to make sure that everything is coming out very awesomely, and we're gonna be making it happen. So keep it tuned, keep it locked. Much of the things will be coming to you live, which is one-on-one, and now we can just walk majestically, and that's why I talked about this kind of the tree has a big shade that's gonna be coming and reflecting to this side where the veranda is, and it's gonna be so talk about in terms of the natural talk about the natural atmosphere, the natural way, the natural air, the natural talk about inhaling and exhaling of the air. Gonna be so fantabulous, and people can just be relaxing here, and I'm gonna be starting relaxing here a little bit, but it has not yet dried up, and we're gonna be making sure that things are coming out so awesomely. So it's only making sure that I'm just gonna be buying it's called a wood preservative, so as this kind of the roofing it has already conducted here, it's gonna be applied with a wood preservative to make sure that it's gonna be so fantastic, and there's nothing like attempt with the weevil, talk about the ants and such kind of the things that will affect the roofing of the house. And this is what we always do, and we're gonna be going for a break. So we're gonna be getting which day and what is gonna be coming next from there, as we're gonna be conducting our own self and making sure that we are moving on and on and on. And this is just much of the things that we want to embrace, and we have much of the things to reveal, because we have been gauged and we are gauging to make it happen. So guys, if you're gonna be supporting into to make it happen, keep it tuned, and you can just check me on +2547 00490047, and you can redeem and talk about Oginto. I have a big surprise for you, and it's gonna be so awesome and so fantastic as we continue with the G Castle coming out clearly and making it happen, because it has not been easy to make it happen, but we are trying our best. I'm not the best, but I'm not like the rest, and we're gonna be making it happen. As much of the people right now, this was the biggest thing I could ever do of making sure that the slab is put on top of the veranda, which is the biggest moment ever possible, because it has ate the pocket. Now I'm declared bankrupt a little bit, but we're going to be continuing from there, and we're going to be making it happen. If you're just talking about Ginto, we're going to be supplying and talk about Ginto. I want to surprise you. We're going to be talking about this is how we're going to be getting forward, and keep it tuned, keep it locked. Respect to everyone, and this is just the end. just much of the things that we want to embrace, and we have much of the things to reveal because we have been gauged and we are gauging to make it happen. So guys, if you're going to be supporting Gintu to make it happen, keep it tuned, and you can just check me on +2547 0049 0047, and you can redeem and talk about Gintu. I have a big surprise for you, and it's going to be so awesome and so fantastic as we continue with the G Castle coming out clearly and making it happen, because it has not been easy to make it happen, but we are trying our best. I'm not the best, but I'm not like the rest, and we're gonna be making it happen as much of the people right now. This was the biggest thing I could ever do of making sure that the slab is put on top of the veranda, which is the biggest moment ever possible, because it has ate the pocket. Now I'm declared bankrupt a little bit, but we're going to be continuing from there, and we're going to be making it happen. If we're just talking about Gintu, we're going to be supplying and talk about Gintu. I want to surprise you. We're going to be talking about this is how we're going to be getting forward, and keep it tuned, keep it locked. Respect to everyone, and this is just the end.